Bloop. Welcome to the mystery font. Good evening. This is the mystery font. I'm going to share Broken Wings, sung along with Image from The Falsehood. And the voice is intended to be the voice of all of us. It may have multiple voices at once. In this case, I'm singing, I'm just singing as one voice, not necessarily meant to be representative of the Statue of Liberty, but I'm singing that part here. And of course, each of us, all of us, we're all part of the mind of liberty. We're all part of the imagination of democracy. And so each of us has spinning plates that the world awaits. And this first is radio, science, brain. Bloop, 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 bloop. Sound bloop. Aha. Let's release this from Bluetooth speaker connection. This is Radio Science Brain.
coming in, coming to. This is one lens to see through. This is imagination come true. Imagination has a brew. Imagination is new. This is the renovation of love's imagination come through. Coming to you, come true, panel of ideas. We are all speculants. We are all the gray array. Content, maintain the sentience. We were sent, contain this gray experiment, maintain human sane, radio science brain, imagination may begin to play, the mind may be game to play today, remain always the agent of change, hold the reins, imagination may be game to play, remain always the ever-sentient, science, reliant, maintain, yes please, do the gray array, your attention, maintain, radio science brain. Pretend that love is sane today and knows the way your name is heard inside your brain. Imagination, particle matter wave, this sun, imagination aid become. What if it's up to us? I'm calling the obvious, ominous, upon us all at once. This is the same response. I'm calling the ominous on us. I'm calling new colossus, calling new colossus, I'm calling new colossus. This is the radiation of love's imagination awake. This contagious relay now awake. Woke wise ways, imagination aid contains cantankerous hope that might braid radio science crayons in space. Imagine this might displacement might remain for safety, might come with a lazy Olympic love for free, saying there's no such thing as lazy. Do you know being you is what we call nothing? We don't need to make something to be made new under the sun. We are the wave that has has always begun, but we make this sustainable at once. Imagination contains love's response. Pretend that kindness came and stayed. The mind may begin to play. Imagination aid. The mind made this contain radio science brain relay. Imagination made into aid. Pretend the kindness came and stayed. Pretend the mindless mouse the mountains. Pretend the findings are foundlings we stood. We become. We are pure as we act as love. That's how truth is done. We are the renovation of love's imagination. Be named radio science brain. That's one version of what the mind of Liberty might be singing, potentially, as an invitation and postulate. A luminosity that is invitation and connection knit. And what if the mind of democracy what if our liaised minds, where we imagine they might liaise, I would imagine, do and are and have, and this collective mind becoming self-aware turns to shore to share something. Who is the falsehood? And when the falsehood does the unthinkable, do we submit, or does something in us say, not just no to the falsehood, but yes to an action to foster freedom and kindness and democracy? Understand why we can't just hold on to each other's hands. This time might be the last time, unless I make this all too clear. I need you so. tonight we can take what is wrong, make it right. Baby, it's so I know that you're half of the flesh that makes me whole. I need you so. Take these broken wings, burn to fly again, learn to live so free. Hear the voices sing, God love will open up and let us sing. Take these broken wings, you've got to learn to fly and live and love so free. Hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us sing, yeah, yeah. Let us sing. Let us sing. So I know that you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. Yeah, yeah. Take these broken wings, got to learn to fly and live so free. When we hear the voices sing, book of love will open up, let us sing. Take these broken wings, got to learn to fly and live and love so free. When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us sing, yeah, yeah. Who is the falsehood? Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The falsehood knows.
We are experiencing distortions in the field of reality. We are experiencing severe distortions in the field of reality. And while we face collapse of climate and ocean, we have bumped up against what is more than distraction. Fascism not only threatens all of us, it is allowing us to be taken away from stewarding our habitat and resystematizing and rehabituating ourselves to be able to be a sustainable species. And for the good of humankind, so that we can deal with issues like human rights and access to fresh, potable water and food and healthcare and shelter and education and information and resources that benefit and serve needs such that our entire global community can just go about the business of doing what we're here to do as humanity. And we are experiencing distortions in the field of reality from massive incursions of targeted, non-germane falsehood. Is there any real virtue? What virtue would there be to perturbing fact? Why lie to someone that depends on you? Look into their eyes and say to them, the sky is made of ice in nighttime and strawberry ice cream that is clear in the dark. And if asked if it's a joke, the phrase is repeated until the person finally gives up and says, okay, we're dealing with submission, that we have submitted and can choose to rescind that submission. We have submitted to being degraded, to being treated like garbage. Because for anyone to treat the systems that protect all of us like garbage treats all of us poorly. But for a former president of the United States to be constantly attacking not just people, but also institutions and parts of our government that are essential to public safety and to shrewd and careful organization of systems that people who have been in those jobs lifetimes know about. There is a way, in fact, there are many ways. There are appropriate ways and alternate channels. All kinds of things that we do, including reproach and bringing evidence, actual factual evidence that is different from a white person saying they have a suspicion. Actual evidence that in a court of law with professionals and adults in the room, and accountability that hasn't simply decided to cheat for a quick corporate win or for fascist coercive control. But that's what we're looking at, is the coercion of control by fascists. That the only reason to force a massive lie down people's throats and to simply submit to it and not question it is to make groomed behavior permanently accepted, or to keep pushing further in that direction. We have massive distortions in the field of reality that have led us to a place where news networks, instead of noting that a failed former president and known insurrectionist was waging an act of war through, quote, announcing a presidential run in 2024, while not just suspected but known as the leader, one of the leaders certainly, of the insurrection, and known to have fomented this from before the 2016 election, promising and yes, threatening the very existence of Earth, but certainly the United States, by saying he would keep us in suspense about listening to the will of a voting public and dealing appropriately by honoring a peaceful transition of power. A maniac who says, I'll keep you in suspense to that question, needs to be shown the door. And having failed to hold the watch he promised to hold once, after telling us he might try to keep it forever and turn it into a scepter. On January 6th, all of that terror and falsehood, yes, direct fraud and falsehood by Donald Trump, that hoodwinked many, many, many people by simply being confident in him. Confidence that is unchecked and allows someone to do whatever they want to you. Confidence that allows someone to hold you and wink your eye for you before you're aware which hood has been pulled over your eye. It is everyone's duty to be careful and to care for our collective democratic experiment. It needs us not to cheat. It needs us to be honorable. And if a person fools us once, shame on them, and there is no part two. There's no part two after you cheat the United States. That's not a mulligan situation. It never has been, and it never will be a mulligan situation. Certainly not for a known con artist and sexual predator who can't do the simple, decent act of dealing with a legal process that is completely justified because of criminal and civil transgressions by individual one, Donald Trump. Who is the falsehood? Who has breathed a fog of falsehood upon every town, upon every life, not just in America, but on Earth? It doesn't matter whether you like Donald Trump or not. We have all been pulled into an ongoing abusive relationship with someone who can threaten people in our lives with impunity so long as we let that continue. But who has brought this wave, this fog of falsehood about us? Who has done this thing? Who has taken deference that is supposed to be given to people of honor and supposed to be given to an office, and not taken and molded and meshed into a paste with celebrity and fraud? But this fog of falsehood, that this hokum that we are able to, through careful processes and incantations and specialties that are all about kindness and care, we are able to isolate, as you can see here. This is actually hokum that I'm managing to invite to spectaculate here for us. We are not exactly safe with hokum, and yet it is in an entertainment of its own that the mystery font is able to suspend with safely, and thus able to show what the fog of hokum can do and look like at large, small scale, at any scale. But if simply descended over a neighborhood, what effect it has and how it can be overwhelming. That hokum can do just about anything because it has no conscience. Hokum will tell any lie. Hokum will tell you it is the one and only when it knows that that could end your life if you were to believe it. Hokum is pure danger. This is hokum. And in this neighborhood, when we do feel waves of distortion, or when we do feel escalations of emotion, let's be aware that hokum is about. And if we see something, we say something. For goodness sake, a known insurrectionist and potential co-leader, Jim Jordan, has been trying to gain the speakership of the House of Representatives. It's a difficult time for democracy to know democracy is safe when neo-Nazis who call themselves things like Christian nationalists and white nationalists and MAGA essentially are, to varying degrees, the political arm of the Ku Klux Klan, the worst terror on earth, certainly amongst it, and part of what showed Hitler how to do the incredibly awful things Hitler did. We have fascism, but what's more, it's always in some sense been here because we have an American apartheid that dwarfs most other calamities of human rights catastrophe and malice on the planet. And we are up to the challenge. Hokum is trying to tell us that we need to hide our crimes from children, that we are not up to figuring things out, that there's not enough, and we need to simply drown hope and crush ideas like acceptance and diversity and tolerance, when really our humane project can be of tolerance and following through on the doctrine, the paradox of tolerance that says we are tolerant of all things but intolerance. We can manifest safe space and better ways of living, make changes that are needed, and care for the ongoing survival of true democracy. And hokum can take that away from you and me. Hokum does not care if we don't want the disaster. And
because we are being coaxed to panic and believe that reproach is censorship, rather than realizing that we can talk about difficult subjects, because we're being coaxed to fear and to give up, coaxed to believe that we are worthless as we're being degraded and talked to, that is all just normal in the way it should be. And we're getting used to just not challenging it, because how do you challenge someone who can say whatever they want and no one does anything? Well, I think the thing is, we have to do something. It's good that the law is coming to. It's good that we have not just legitimate, but wildly competent and committed servants of the law working to hold individual one and other traitors accountable for the safety of democracy and America and everyone. And it takes more than that, because the fog of hokum has been creating a false image that says that whatever Donald Trump is doing is actually the right thing to do, that he always knows, that he is an absolute power, that he has absolute authority, that everything that he says eventually turns into, I have absolute authority, I am supreme above the United States, and I am the one who will decide. I have absolute authority, he says. And that hokum must be apprehended. Someone needs to say to that hokum screamer in the street, quiet down, pipe down, ridiculous blatherer. You speak falsehood, and they are deadly. All the more because of the role you took under false pretenses with terroristic and democracy-threatening language. You see, you promised that you would break democracy. That's what it means when you tell the American people who want to know if you will honor elections and follow the rules of democracy. That's what happens when you tell us you'll keep us in suspense. We're supposed to recognize what those words mean. We're supposed to understand that those words mean that you will keep us in a whirlpool that we cannot get out of. And the time has come to realize that the person who's saying, waving around what he says is proof of 2020 election fraud against him, that at every turn, all of the evidence we find, virtually every single scrap of evidence of anything out of the ordinary, is Donald Trump permuting the idea that there is evidence of fraud against him. And again and again and again, finding nothing. That there's nothing there. That in fact, from the get-go, from 2015, from telling us that he would keep us in suspense, we didn't say no. He said, I'll keep you in suspense, and we said, oh, next question. And shocking boundary violations, like telling a democracy that he'll keep it in suspense, is how a predator grabs the Sudetenland, or grabs a person's genitals, or grabs other private parts of a body, or moves in further, and says, I belong here. You belong to me now. Shocking boundary violations are how predators coerce. That is how Hitler did it. That is how most abusers conduct themselves. Narcissism and dark triad personality terror looks like this, looks like a hokum, falsehood, gaslight spectrum to break people through coercive degradation and literal mind control, through breaking people's spirit. And we have been forced to submit, to just stop fighting it. And we need to wake back up. We need to wake back up because the falsehood is not going to sleep. The falsehood is asking us to not be woke, to be asleep. And it's time to reevaluate some of the words that have been weaponized, truly weaponized. Because was not Jesus woke? Is kindness and awareness of just what's going on around us not just a duty as an American and as a human being, but certainly for anyone following the teachings of kindness, of a prophet, and many believe God or Son of God in Jesus Christ? If you believe in those teachings, then let's reach for those reachings. Let's reach for that. Let's be things that we're talking about. Let's be the renovation of love's imagination. I believe that there is clearly enough. There is enough. And if we believe in this prospect, in this American idea, in this experiment, and we recognize that we are actually being farmed and that a redistribution of wealth already happened away from the people of the United States, there is not just enough money and resources for reparations to communities that have been enslaved and experienced genocidal malice and terror. There is not just enough so that we can suffice for need. There's just enough for us to begin, step by step, getting closer to actual fulfillment of an opportunity to pursue the happiness we say is our right. We don't have to be in an abusive relationship with the falsehood. Who is the falsehood? Who is the falsehood? Who is the falsehood? And why would the falsehood be? Why would the president, as his first order of business for a press secretary, send out a demonstrable falsehood of mammoth proportions? Why force the ability to lie with impunity? Why lie? Knows what evil lurks in the hearts of...
I made a speech. I looked out. The field was, it looked like 1 million, 1.5 million people. They showed a field where there were practically nobody standing there.
The new White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, gave his first press briefing. He was also highly critical of some media organisations of the way he felt they had misrepresented the number of people who'd attended Friday's inauguration ceremony.
No one had numbers because the National Park Service, which controls the National Mall, does not put any out. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
It does not excuse, and you did not answer the question.
I did answer your question.
No, you did not. You did not answer
did.
the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
This was the largest ever. This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
In front of that podium to utter a provable falsehood.
One of my own ilk. You see, it's a comfort because at least you understand what it means that my watch is broken. At least I have the confidence that I'm with another professional, decent person. Have you confidence in me to lend me your watch until tomorrow?
You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality. If someone in your life points into a camera knowing you'll be looking at the view screen and pulls their finger like a trigger, looking into your eyes, saying, I could shoot someone in the street and not lose anyone, it is a good indicator of a bad situation. You are in an abusive relationship. Who has leveraged and climbed upon a fog of falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? Who is the falsehood?
Everything we have took, everything we can take.
one of my own ilk. You see, it's a comfort because at least you understand what it means that my watch is broken.
So, to my favorite people in the world, the seniors. I'm a senior. I know you don't know that. Nobody knows that. Maybe you don't have to tell them, but I'm a senior. We are making tremendous progress with this horrible disease that was sent over by China. China will pay a big price for what they did to the world and to us. But we have medicines right now, and I call them a cure. I went into the hospital a week ago. I was very sick, and I took this medicine, and it was incredible. It was incredible. I could have walked out the following day, sooner. It was incredible the impact it had. And we're going to make that and others that are similar to it, almost identical, we're going to make them available immediately. We have an emergency use authorization that I want to get signed immediately. The FDA has moved at a level that they've never moved before. Things that would take 2, 3, 4 years are taking a matter of weeks or even sooner than that. And that's because of me. We're taking care of our seniors. You're not vulnerable, but they like to say the vulnerable, but you're the least vulnerable. But for this one thing, you are vulnerable, and so am I. But I want you to get the same care that I got. I got incredible care at Walter Reed, incredible doctors, and this medicine in particular, one medicine was unbelievable. You're going to get the same medicine. You're going to get it free, no charge, and we're going to get it to you soon. And the nice part is it's made by a number of companies. It's totally safe, but it's powerful against this disease. So we're going to get it out to you. We're going to take care of our seniors, all free. And I just want to thank you. And what we've gone through as a country is a horrible thing. My opponent, as you know, he talks, but he never did anything in 47 years. I did more in 47 months than he did in 47 years. He just talks. It's the same old thing. If it were up to him, you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't have anywhere near it for years. They wouldn't even be talking about anything like this. He had his chance with H1N1 swine flu, and it was one of the great disasters. He didn't know what he was doing, but I do know what I'm doing. And the seniors are going to be taken care of, and then everybody's going to be taken care of, and it's coming out really fast. So thank you very much. We love you. We love America.
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual.
We are the relevant.
Perpendicular trains, parallel against tails, parallel against tails.
Of this old occupation.
Perpendicular trains, parallel against tails, parallel against tails, parallel against awake. Perpendicular trains, parallel against tails.
We are more near the break.
We can ease any ache. Everything we have took, everything we can take. Sixth the feet of separation. Sixth the fear of separation. The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually.
You are in an abusive relationship. Shocking boundary violations are one common grooming tactic of a narcissist or dark triad personality.
The falsehood will tell you intuition's faulty. The falsehood will tell you facts aren't factual actually.
Welcome back to the Mystery Font. Well, really, we've been here the whole time. This now, as audiences well know, is radio, science brand. And let's do that. And yes, just fine. Very good. Very good. And I think that works. This is a pass through something called radio science brain. It is different every time. And it is going to happen now. I can tell. I can always tell when it's about to happen.
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop.
Test, 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 test. Let's give it a try.
Radio Science Brain. Imagination may be gain. To play today if you are game. Imagination may be game to play. Radio Science Brain, we can wake wax from wane. This is the science strain, ascension status comes to play today. This is the renovation of love's imagination. Be nature your creature ate and came to say imagination may be game. To play remain the science lovely azes. We are the renovation of love's imagination. Particle matter wave, particle matter wave be named. Radio Science Brain, imagination may liaise a way we can't see in panicked space. We need calm to displace hates, rage, race. Imagination ace, imagination ace. Particle matter wave, we are the mindless mace. Imagination ace. Radio Science Brain, you are the science lovely ace. Today the mind may be gay with potential come play. Imagination may be game today. Radio Science Brain, imagination aid, mind made, this imagination aid contain the actuation of the pollen song. This is the mindless mountain, come on, pollination plot. They got the nature art to name how one comes from all become. Imagination may be nature, the creature brought to play with today. You are the radiation of love's imagination. Particle matter wave, be nature your creature makes. Radio Science Brain, mind made this contagion, contain the rain. From all brains to all brains, imagination aid, the mind made this come came. Become, became in one brave
from your studio, make it steady it came today. Up to date. Particulate, mainstay, might maybe gay today. This is the mindless capable of love could say. This is the mindless made this contain. Radio science brain. Particle matter wave love remain. You are the mindless made. I'm following your genius with or without a penis. What I mean is you are the lift. You are drinking into existence your gift. You are drinking it into imagination. Now spin. Go begin radiation. You are the sentient strain, the science came to play. Relay, narrate this. I'm following your lips or gifts. This is the myth, scarcity myth breaks under new gift. This is the science crave, imagine it might wave. Not in vain, mind made this contain radio science brain. Pretend that kindness came and stayed. Today the mind made you wait. From the field love exclaims the way inside your brain. Your name happens in refrain. Radio science brain. Radio science brain germane. This is the science mindness like mind might contain. Might maybe nature your creature naturally would be mate with we are conflagrate. We are kindness came to sate, needs mainstay, imagination aid. Program this in today. Pretend that love is sane, radio science brain. Pretend that love is sane today. Might maybe game to play. Relay the codex so the program can play. Imagination age, mind made contains this today. You are the kindness come, you are the science son, daughter blossom. Make it sane, make it rain, radio science brain. Germaine, create creature, you pretending to. You are the science tender of your life, the mender of the dream to come from brood of what you do. We are the renovation of imagination. We are the renovation of love's imagination. You are the renovation of love's imagination. Be known as love came to play. Imagination is aid. Pretend that love is sane. Pretend that came can come. Pretend that come just came. Radio Science. You are the renovation of love's imagination.
What happens? What happens if it's just slightly different?
Are the revelation, because you saw what was done to the Minneapolitan brother of summer, of someone. We started a revolution in the home of one imagination age. The contagion of love might contain from all brains to all brains, elation of creativity and love now might reign from all brains to all brains, imagination to the main line of imagination, radio science, brain contain the same name, particle matter wave, your sentient aim. You are a scient mind, your scient guide, and climbing eyes inside imagination eyes. Intuition is not con. In fact, it's not compromised. Intuition helps find kindness, creation, love made. Radio science, brain, love made. You are the kindness came today and stayed. Radio science, brain germane. You are the renovation of imagination. Particle matter wave of the sun, the closest star to everyone. Radio science brain, I mean everyone on Earth, obviously, and in the solar system. The renovation of imagination, particle matter wave that comes, the mind made this, made me contain this, to say you are the mindless love will make radio science brain spread that gray. From your brain, the Kodak love can contain like aim. Kindness came. You are the mindless makes love a part of today. You are the mindless minds love maybe safe. If it's not safe now, it won't survive today. The protection must be arranged. Liaise the game. Radio science brain. Pretend that love is sane. I'm calling New Colossus in all names. I'm calling New Colossus. It is the ominous, obvious, all of us to response. Be master of must now blossom, love thus. Contain kindness, came. Mind may keep this like music, not let ears be abused with it. Might may reign in the creation each of us contains. Radio science brings among us a morphic resonance must now liaise in new ways. Particle matter wave, we are the mindless clarion aim. You are the mindless I love may be game to play. You are the mindless love would contain. You are scient, non-violent. Love knows your name. Radio science brain liaise this game. Pretend that love is sane. Radio science brain germane. Pretend that love is sane and might be gay. Today you are one way. Mind may contain. Radio science brain germane.
I think it makes sense. Like this. Levels. Easy to say, I guess. This might be contagious. Can I pray? Or maybe not prey upon, but play. If I make prey, I may also be prey. Maybe play liaisons creativity in safer ways. Imagination ain't might made already packed in my pocket and cane comes now. Radio science brain germane. Radio
science brain. Pretend the mindless made aid for all that is pain. Aid mind made imagination. Gaze upon this play that breaks open chronicle of day potential and this brain's brain. It might not be pretty, but it's happening in actuality. It's a semblance of a mentioned sentence mind made. Discontagion contained. Radio science brain. You are the radiation of imagination. Particle matter wave, germane. The nature play feature, feet play. Walk more, the dance goes on like floor carries us partner under contain. Radio science brain minded, minded. This is the sentient clarion capable aid. Curiosity grade, patternicity made, waking wax out to wait and imagine it flares might claim some new maze. Imagination aims, imagination aims. This contagious radio science brain. Radio science brain. You all came to play. The mind made you this way. Radio science brain. Germain. Radio science brain. You are the mindless made love contained. The creature aids always be made of a game to play. Curiosity wins the day. The mindless made mindless this way. Radio science brain emancipate mind made. This may be game every day, all of us every way, every second it's splendid, it's unbending, it's mind meant it. Play. radio science brain.
I think that comes close to what I imagine the minds of everyone might sound like if it were trying to talk with a voice, or an open, searching mind that might, in all kinds of ways, find. And morphic resonance is only a part of the fields there, but those were 3 successive passes, I think, through radio science brain, different backing music permutations. And I appreciate your attention. It's kind. It's really the greatest gift that you can give is attention to anybody. It's what's more precious? What's more precious than what can save and aid or neglect or make sure that things matter? And thank you. One of my own ilk. You see, it's a comfort because at least you understand what it means that my watch is broken. At least I have the confidence that I'm with another professional, decent person. Have you confidence in me to lend me your watch until tomorrow?
They're supposed to be
Good. I'm glad.